Alright guys, today we are going to start with step 1 of our Dean Russo inspired Bulldogs. This is what it will look like when we're finished, but today we're going to start with step 1, which is the drawing. So, today we're going to learn how to draw our Bulldog. So, get your sheet of paper, your project paper, make sure it is horizontal. And remember, your Bulldog has got to fill the entire page because we're going to be coloring and adding patterns and designs, so we've got to make sure we have plenty of room. So make sure your Bulldog fills the entire page. Alright, as a guide, very lightly draw an oval, an elongated oval or circle filling most of your page. This is going to be done very lightly because this is only a guide and we're actually going to end up erasing most of it. So if you can see, just very lightly draw a circle. Once your circle has been drawn, what we're going to do is we're going to start with his jowls. We're going to start with his jowls here. So in the middle of your circle, halfway, middle of circle, draw kind of a curved line. Not too curved, just slightly bowed. Just enough not to be straight. Alright. We are now going to go down, and we're going to curve downward on one side, and we're going to start to curve outward, come down past our circle, and we want to curve that line around downward towards the edge of our paper like so. Now start curving back up, and about 1/4 of a way up your circle you want to curve and make basically a triangle. So we're kind of creating a triangle right here. Now this is tricky because now we need to make this side match what we've just drawn on this side. For some of you it's going to be easier to start from the bottom. For others it'll be easier to start from the top. This is also another reason I tell you to draw lightly because you may end up erasing so you can make it look the same. So I'm going to start from the bottom and now kind of come up. Alright, see, so I noticed when I was doing that it wasn't quite, so I'm going to come around. Now with my eraser, I'm going to erase that line. I also want to erase my guideline from my original circle that's inside. So erase. So you should have something that looks like this. And if you want, you can kind of even them up. I'm going to even mine up just a little. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we want to start on like the Bulldog's face. You know how it kind of squishes down and becomes, so at the top here, center of the circle, center of the top of your circle, kind of even with the top of your jowls here. You want to do again another kind of downward curved line. Okay? So that's the top of his little head. Now, we're going to come over here, following our guideline of the circle. We're going to come, but when we get about the top of the jowls, we want to circle, we want to curve inward. So you're going to curve from the top, curve inward. And guess what we're going to do this time? Same thing on the other side. Now, it's easier for me to draw this way. It just depends. I'm not a stay still drawer. Some people are. We do want them to match, so you may want to draw a very faint line, guideline here. Alright. I know, it's looking weird, but trust me, it's going to look like a bulldog when we're done. The toughest part is trying to get them even, but remember, it doesn't have to be exact. Because not everybody... Alright. Now we need to make his full cheeks. You know, bulldogs have those big full cheeks, so we're going to come outward and curve around to our jowls. And then do the same thing. Alright, we want to erase our guidelines. Alright, now down here, I'm going to erase my guideline between my jowls, and I'm going to kind of firm this up to look more like a chin on my little bulldog here. Alright, he's coming together slowly. So now, what we're going to do is at the top, where we indented the top of his little head, we're going to do a curved line going inward, but then we're going to start to flare outward. And right before we get to the top of the jowls, we want to come back in again. And guess what? We got to do a matching one. So again, some of you, it's going to be easier to start from the top. Some of you, it's going to be easier to start from the bottom to try and get them to look the same. Again, that's just a personal preference. Alright, now the eyes. We don't want our bulldog to have little squinty, beady eyes. So, you're going to draw a circle. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Get them as even as you can. Then draw another one in the middle. Okay? Even like, I think those may be just a tad small. So I'm going to erase and maybe do it just a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. So. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Now, to make our nose, we're doing kind of an upside down gumdrop. Or not upside down. It's just a gumdrop. We want it to be kind of wide, and we want it rounded. It's like a triangle, but it's rounded and smushed down a little. And then we want to add his little nostrils. So again, we're just doing little mini gumdrops inside his nostril, or inside the large gumdrop. All right. He still looks weird. He looks weird because we don't have ears. Once we get ears, he's going to look like a bulldog, I promise. And then right now you're still like, I'm not so sure about that bulldog. So, to draw the ears, we're going to come up, and you're going to start curving downward and outward. Then we want to add a little flare here, out. Come up, then do a little squiggly line to connect. Alright, now we want to trace along the inside of what we just drew. When we get here, we want to stop and do a matching squiggly line. You want to erase the line that connects the ear, the outside of the ear, or the outer part of the ear rather, to the face of the bulldog. So now you have the ear, you have the ear, and you have the inside of the ear. And now we're going to do a matching ear here. So, now, and again, it's easier for me if I turn my paper. Now once you draw the ears, they may not be exact, so you may want to go back and fix them up, but that's okay. I like his little ears like this, I think. So I think I'm going to leave mine. I think he'll be it now. I would want to go back and make this one a little wider to match that one a little more. But I think we're okay. And there we go. We've got our bulldog. We are done with step 1 for our Dean Russo project.